Hello again. In today's educational video on Questus channel, we will devote a few minutes to the analysis of the extremely important elements of the organization's environment, its customers, suppliers, partners, and competitors. In today's video, you will learn, among other things, what is the microenvironment of an organization and how can we analyze it? How to assess the attractiveness of a sector in which we operate? How did Toyota utilize the analysis of microenvironment to build its position in the market? So, let's begin. In the last video, we analyzed the macro environment of the organization, that is, various economic factors, social trends, or new technologies that might affect the functioning of the company. Today, we will discuss persons and entities much closer to the company: customers, suppliers, partners, or competitors. They have a direct influence on the operations of an organization and constitute its microenvironment. We can also count in trade unions, financial institutions, and local governments to the microenvironment of an organization. Contemporary management knows many approaches to analyzing the microenvironment. The most widely used method is the 5 Forces framework by Michał E. Porter. Before his ideas gained popularity, approaches to strategy and management concentrated on the internal resources and adjusting them to the market situation. It was first Michał Porter who proposed analyzing the intensity of competition within the sector in which the company operates. His model consists, as the name suggests, of 5 elements. The first is the analysis of the intensity of competition within a given sector. Firstly, we need to precisely determine the market in which we operate. Then, estimate how intense is the competition between the companies that belong to it. Here, it is worth checking who are the major players in the sector and what shares do they hold. It will also be useful to analyze their marketing strategies. The second element of the model is analyzing the possibility of new products and services emerging on the market. This possibility is bound with the concept of barriers to entry, which determines the ease with which a new company can enter the market. Naturally, the fewer barriers to entry there are, and the lower they are, the faster and easier it will be for new players to build market shares. Example barriers to entry include economies of scale, large inputs necessary to operate in a sector, the need to have specialized know-how, or extensive legal regulations and patents. The third force in the Porter's framework is the potential threat of the appearance of substitutes for the company's products and services. It's because the consumers are ready to completely change their purchasing choices if only they find another commodity that satisfies their needs in a cheaper or more effective way than our company does. We also need to analyze the strength of the influence of the company's suppliers. This is where we should consider how much our products and services are dependent on a third-party supplier. Are we able to easily change it in the event of a price hike, crisis, or if the relationship deteriorates? The more flexibility in choosing suppliers we have, the stronger is our position among them. Finally, we also need to analyze a force that is equally important to that of the suppliers: the customer's bargaining power. If we have a downright monopolistic position in a sector, buyers won't have a significant impact on our operation. However, if the cost of moving from one brand to another is marginal for them and the choice in the market is huge, then it is the customers who will have the deciding power in the given industry. If we had to name companies for which the analysis of the microenvironment has significantly helped in building a marketing strategy, we would, with the most certainty, mention Toyota. While utilizing the 5 Forces framework, the Japanese car manufacturer paid particular attention to its suppliers and competitors. Through analysis, Toyota found that other companies completely underestimate the power and potential influence of suppliers and treat them in an extremely selfish and authoritarian manner. So the company decided to adopt a completely different strategy. Instead of forcing its partners to reduce prices or delivery times, Toyota decided to learn more about the specifics of their activities and try to understand their motives. Toyota has also decided to train its own employees in this matter, which can always help to quickly identify potential problems, as well as incentivize suppliers with annual awards. Such activities allowed the Asian company to build a relationship with suppliers based on trust and cooperation, and thus obtain more attractive contracts and significantly reduce their potential negative impact on the functioning of the company. So, to sum it up, from today's video, we've learned that the organization's microenvironment consists primarily of its customers, partners, suppliers, and competitors. But it's also worth to remember about trade unions, financial institutions, and local governments. We've also learned how to analyze the microenvironment using Porter's 5 forces framework, which takes into account the force of suppliers, the force of the customers, the threat of the appearance of new competitors, the threat of the emergence of substitutes, and the intensity of competition in the given sector. What is more, on the example of Toyota, we saw that a comprehensive analysis of the microenvironment, followed by appropriate responses, allows an organization not only to avoid the negative impact of partners or competitors, but also to build its own competitive advantage on trusted, positive relations with other entities. But this was only a grain of the tons of knowledge that we want to share with you. Be sure to subscribe to our channel not to miss out on any of the next episodes. Coming up next, there are more elements of a marketing mix, SWOT analysis, and methods of marketing research among many others. See you again on Questus channel.